right? I wouldn't, if it's 10 years ago, there wouldn't be this problem. I wouldn't be talking about differentiating between the woke and the normal opposition. Right? We wouldn't be having this conversation because there isn't any opposition at all, right? But today, the situation is a little different, right? We already have 9 MPs from the Workers' Party in Parliament. And the PAP definitely doesn't want them to grow, right? The PAP definitely wants the picture to shift in a way that they can benefit from, right? Or they can minimize damage. So what better strategy than to use the woke, right? Because you guys will definitely buy the woke's ideas. But it's to your detriment because they won't really help you. It will be this load of rubbish virtue signaling that doesn't help anyone. Yeah. But it will sound nice. It will sound good. Right? And then people will buy it. And then if enough people are stupid enough, if we are not there to stop this, to warn people, to make sure people are clear about this differentiation, right? Then people will be fooled. And it seems the funny thing is this: the supporters of the Workers' Party seems to be more immune to this. They seem to be more able to differentiate themselves from our work, right? But it is the fringe parties, right? Including the SDP, PSP, Lim Tian's party, Kenneth Jaranam, because these people are more on the fringe, right? So they don't have a lot of support. So whatever support they get, whatever supporters they get, they got to, right? They got no choice, right? They got to pander to certain fringes, so to speak, right? So they get used very easily by the woke to mislead people, right? Their messages get mixed up together with the woke's crappy strategies and messages that actually harm the opposition as a whole. I give you one example, yeah? Just in case you think I just talk cock, there's no basis, I just don't like this. No, actually I don't. I have no hatred for PSP, SDP, Lim Tian and Kenneth. I think they are good people, right? But when I say sometimes they help with frustrating the opposition cause in general as a whole, it's because sometimes certain players, certain actors like Goh Ming Sing, for example, right? Now he is collaborating with, the real opposition like Kenneth Jayaratnam and Lim Tian as a team, right? So but we all know Goh Ming Sing is a bloody woke, is a bloody mole. Sorry, not woke, but a mole. Okay, he's a PAP mole. Okay, we all know that. So how can this thing be sabotaged? Very simple, right? They will spread bad news, for example, about the WP, so that will decrease the chances of WP in winning more seats. They themselves won't win because they are weak, but they help to propagate this message that, WP is not good enough, vote for me, vote for Lim Tian, vote for Kenneth, vote for Goh Ming Sing, you see. But then, you see, at the end of the day, people will vote, both will not win. So their strategy is a suicide bombing strategy, right? So they know they won't win, but they hurt the bigger opposition party, and that is the WP. And that is the strategy. Take, for example, the most recent situation where we have the presidential election, right? Taman is a PAP candidate, and then over on our side there is this George Goh. So how do they try to sabotage George Goh? By saying he's like he's also PAP what? He's also what? PAP grassroots. Anyway, that information already verified to be a misinformation, right? So No, he is not a PAP man. But you see, why does the PAP-IB want to plant this message so that people will be confused? It's not so much that because the PAP-IB knows that you guys don't like Taman. They know that you people don't want a PAP candidate. But they can't tell you straight away, hey, Taman very good leh. You guys won't believe what. If they keep saying, hey, Taman them zai leh, them good leh, you guys confirm know that this guy PAP-IB Paul Lampa, right? So they got to use another strategy, right? They got to push out this George Goh. I mean, for all possibilities, George Goh may really be a PAP planted person. But even then, I will still vote for him because he's not the PAP endorsed candidate. Because the PAP did this trick before in 1993. Ong Teng Cheong, when Ong Teng Cheong was elected as president, that he had this contender called Chua Kim Yao that was also planted by the PAP to give the facade of competition, to give the facade that, wow, it's not a walkover. Ong Teng Cheong did win. Yes, he did win, but he only won 50-something% versus 40-something% by the Chua guy. What does that show? Yes, Ong Teng Cheong, the PAP preferred candidate, still won, but he didn't win by a landslide. But PAA, you get what I mean? So the people got their voice. They got their voice heard. Right? Even a Chua Kim Yao who didn't do any political campaigning managed to get more than 40%. That was the people's message to the PAP that fuck you. Ong Teng Cheong is your person. I die, don't vote for him. Even though he won. You see, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in politics it's not just about winning. Yes, winning is everything. I do agree. But then sometimes it's win by how much? Right? You see Tony Tan, he win by 0.1%. He no face ma. You get what I mean? So, yes, win is win lah. I do agree that win means win lah. Nothing to say. Like Trump also won. The Democrats just got to suck it up. Like now Biden also won. Just got to suck it up. But you see, how did Biden win? Biden won, but did he get any respect? Biden won. Biden says he won Trump by how many million votes? Anyway, I believe that is a scam election, it's a rigged election. But even if it were a true election, he didn't win gaining the people's respect. He won, but nobody respects Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, we want the same for the PAP because they don't deserve to be respected. Whether it's Ong Teng Cheong, in the early days before he found his conscience again. Why did he find his conscience? Maybe, who knows, maybe because he saw the people were so angry at the PAP, he thought, hey, I don't want to 留下臭名, I don't want to leave this world having this name of being a PAP puppet and a lapdog. So he found his conscience. Suddenly he started questioning PAP. Who knows? We want the same to happen to Taman, although I don't think it's likely. So the more we cannot vote for him, and the more we must vote for an alternative, and that person is George Goh. Right? So the PAP wants to have an election. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the PAP will bulldoze this over. No. The fact that they bring out all this wayang is because they want to give you the facade of a choice. They want you to have an election, but they want Taman to win and win big. So that they can show the world, you see, I allowed an election and Taman won big, 70%, for example. We cannot allow that. And the only way to deny that, Taman 70% mandate, fake mandate, is to vote for the fucking alternative candidate. And that person currently is George Goh. I mean, I don't know if more better alternatives will come out lah, but for the time being, it's going to be George Goh, right? And so the PAP-IB is going to use all their means to try to discredit this person and try to not make you guys think that this is a good alternative, right? So a number of things, the number of tricks and tactics they use. Number one, say that this person also PAP one. This person also PAP planted one man. So voting for him is no use, quote, no use. And then the Goh Ming Sings will come out and say, what? just void your vote, right? No use one lah. You vote Taman, you vote George, also voting for PAP ma. Just void your vote. Fuck you, void your votes. Fuck you, spoil your vote. This is not GE, okay? This is not GE where PAP is coming up against Goh Meng Seng is your constituency. If that's the case, you vote your vote, I got nothing to say, right? You can't bring yourself to vote for people like Goh Meng Seng. I got no problem, right? Don't vote, just for your vote. Yes, I'm okay with that. But this isn't GE. This is PE. This is PE where we need Taman to get as low a vote as possible, and for his alternative candidate to have as high a percentage of votes as possible, so that we send a fucking clear message that we fucking hate at this bloody system, this bloody usurping of our electoral system, and we have had enough. Okay? So the only way is for Taman to win as little as possible and for his alternative to win as much as possible. And that is my job as the opposition. So I'm not going to tolerate any Goh Meng Seng influenced people who are going to tell me, just spoil your vote. No, you are not going to spoil your vote. This isn't GE. I repeat this. For GE, you want to have this kind of strategy, I got no problem. But this isn't GE. Okay, we are talking about a PE. Yes, even GE, they would like to instigate people to spoil your vote when it comes to PAP versus WP. They will paint WP as some PAP light. You see, that is the whole idea behind the PAP light argument. They want you to think vote for them also no use. But no use your head, no use. No use my foot. How can it be no use? If no use, they will go after Raisa Khan, Pritam Singh, Aljunied Hougang Town Council saga. If no use, they won't even touch them lah. Right or not? If WP is really PAP light, then they will let WP continue to be in parliament lah, to help them lah. Come on lah, wake up guys, wake up. Who are real, who are fake, who are more likely to be real? I think we should have more discernment than that lah. Okay, don't be so stupid anymore. All right. So yes, number one trick they will use on George Goh is that he's PAP man. Right. Other tricks up PAP's sleeve. He is some bloody religious, Christian guy, singing some Christian songs and therefore very extremist. Come on lah. Sing some songs become extremist. Taman also sing song he sing what 月亮代表我的心 I didn't see you guys complaining leh. Then you talk about religion, when Halima, a Muslim, became president, I didn't see anyone complain leh. Come on lah. Okay, come on. Don't take us for fools. And I know the woke will join in, right? Because the woke hates Christianity and hates religion. So they are already on Reddit helping PAP spread all these rumors about, this guy is some Christian pastor, will he, try to what's the word? I don't know what's the word. Try to make everyone Christian. This is a Christian nation. This is not a Christian nation. This is a secular nation. Fuck you. Secular doesn't mean you cannot have any religious figure or anyone with religion holding office. Secular just bloody means that church and state is separate, and you are not overly influenced by, it's not like, okay, whatever the Christian says, we got to follow. No. Nobody has ever thought that way. Nobody. Right? This is a false narrative and a false argument by the left and the woke, and also, of course, the PAP in cases where the opponent happens to be Christian. Simple. Right? This guy can also be Muslim. The PAP has used it before. This guy can also be an atheist, Buddhist, that the PAP also used it before to say that this guy is anti-Christian and anti-Muslim. Wake up. Right? The PAP itself is an atheist, fascist, socialist regime that has no respect whatsoever on any religion and even the non-religious. It has zero respect on the people. That is the PAP. Don't come and tell me, an opponent come out, this guy very Christian, I can't vote. Come on. You got to be better than that. And especially if you are in opposition politics, I expect you to be rising above that. If you're going to repeat some PAP mantra that this guy Christian, this guy Muslim, I can't vote for him, I'm going to fuck you upside down. Because you are a mole. To me, you are a mole. You are helping the PAP full time. And don't, in front of me, your true colors are just going to come out.